After the completion of this anti-bullying campaign, each pilot school sent 2 peace educators to a series of workshops. These workshops were facilitated by Val Dovey with assistance from officials from the Port Elizabeth District Office. The success of a peace education program is dependent on the values, knowledge and skills of its teachers.
I think in this work it's incredibly important that we practice what we preach. In the words of St. Francis of Assisi, it's no use walking anywhere to preach unless our walking is our preaching. So we've got to walk the talk. It's no use paying lip service to it.
I've learned a lot. I've grown also a lot. And I've learned that peace education starts within yourself. Otherwise, you can't give if you don't have it in yourself.
With this program, I've learned a lot as a person. It has changed me in the way of doing things. Like in the past, I used to shout to my kids. But ever since I've joined this program, I have the way of speaking to them.
Ek moet sê dit was aan die begin was dit 'n bietjie 'n aanpassingsproses because I had to change. There was no doubt that I had to change because the things that I've learned there is that I need to know where the learners come from.
Since it started last year, it has first worked with me in my mind because it's a human value, and so I first was also not so much peaceable. And in order to transfer such a human value, first you must be a peaceable being at first. So especially in terms of conflict resolution with my colleagues, now I'm able to actually deal with matters of that nature.
After each workshop, the peace educators developed strategies to implement peace education programs in their schools at 3 levels. With their fellow teachers, to make sure as many staff as possible support the concept and contribute to the creation of a peaceful school. With their learners in the classroom, linked to the national curriculum statements. With the parents, to extend the concept of peace into the wider community. For a school to provide a harmonious environment, all the members of its community need to treat each other respectfully, communicate effectively and deal constructively with conflict. Peace educators make use of staff meetings or special staff workshops to introduce concepts and skills underpinning peace education.
And we are going to talk about mediation. Who can tell me about what is mediation?
These sessions are also used to discuss ways in which staff can work together to provide opportunities for learners to develop skills and values. Mentors were appointed to help peace educators begin this process at their schools.
My mentor was a great help to me. He gave me support and he helped me to break the ice in school. He helped me to work with my colleagues as well as with my learners.
Peace educators give a lot of attention to helping their learners acquire the attitudes, values and skills needed to become peaceable beings. They work with their learners in 2 ways. Firstly, they act as role models. And secondly, they provide opportunities for learners to experience and practice behaving in peaceful ways.
I commend the peace education projects because there we were not just taught how to deal with conflicts, how to deal with difficult situations, and then we end there. There was another step that was taken then of linking the peace education project with the curriculum.
At Gertrude Schope, teachers made use of arts and culture to help learners develop their understanding of the concepts of peace and tolerance. A peace doll called Joy was used by the teachers to teach foundation phase learners language skills.
Hello good friends, my name is Joan because always bring joy in this school. Everybody loves me. I have 2 eyes. I see good things. I have 1 mouth. I say good things. I have 2 ears. I listen. I have 2 arms. I hug my friends. I have 2 hands. I have 2 legs. I have 2 feet. I go.
that we can be peaceable beings.
As part of their life orientation lessons, the teachers of Stephen Mazungula, Young Park and Sebelihle taught their learners about conflict, the need to take care of your friends, and the rights and responsibilities of children.
What is your understanding about peace? What do you mean by peace? If there is no peace, obvious there's what? There's conflict. There's this word, conflict. There's this word, conflict. How do you feel if there's conflict? At home? In a classroom? Amongst yourselves? How do you feel if there's conflict? Yes?
Sad.
You feel sad? Yeah? Feel unhappy? Feel angry?
A ball represents your friend because it doesn't matter how ugly, how thick, how fat or how thin or how stupid your friend is, as long as you like your friend.
It is still a friend. You must catch them softly and put them in your heart.
Sally says everyone has rights, and she also says in order for you to have a right, you have a responsibility.
Children have the right to be taken seriously
and the responsibility to listen others.
Children have a right to a good education
and the responsibility to study and respect their teachers.
Children have the right to be loved and protected from harm and the responsibility to show others love and caring.
Children have a right to make mistakes
and the responsibility to learn from the mistake.
The children at Nkwenkwezini learnt about the achievements of the Nobel Peace Prize winners as part of their social sciences lessons. These lessons show that peace education should not be regarded as a separate subject by any school. It should be integrated into the outcomes and assessment standards of all the learning areas.
What should we do on this? Alright?
But it must be acknowledged that peace education is different from traditional school subjects because it is about teaching attitudes and values, and therefore progress is slow.
The peace education program, I must say, is not an overnight thing. It is very hard work and it takes a long time for you to be able to reap the benefits of that.
Teachers need to provide many opportunities for learners to practice ways of dealing with conflict constructively.
Is that a nice way to greet people?
Role play is a strategy all our teachers have used. Let's watch as learners from Stephen Mazungula, Nkwenkwezini and Klein School role play how they have learned to deal with their fights.
Hey guys, can I play too? It's play! What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Don't fight, guys.
Play what? I don't want to play with you.
Why don't like you to play with us?
I don't know, ask him.
You must take turns, man. Each of us have one turn.
Now, look ahead, come with the solution that they must all have turns in shooting the ball and they all play peacefully.
Nithi masithi lelo bese ngicaba kwazi ngasitulo nawe ukhazi ngasitulo ane uqekile ngisikhazi ngasitulo nawe ukhazi ngasitulo ixuthana into ngesitulo ndiyabuza ixuthana into ngesitulo nabo kuthi waphendula bese kwakuxela uba masingaphinde sixabane esikolweni udala into siyinqanda ke
nazo lekazi isitulo sami ndihambe yokhalisa isitulo masambe trauma.
Oh, Jason isithi chomi nje niyayazi ba apha esikolweni akuliwe funeka nithobele imfuneko zesikolo nefurniture zesikolo ixolelene
Esixolele.
Bamanini izandla uqwania.
Dit is pauze by Klein School weer. 'n gebreke fight. Die peace mediators kom stop die fight en praat met die kinders.
Waar kan ek gaan te sien julle?
Iemand ek kan hy kan loop, hy kom sommer by kom takke mee en so.
Maar net verby geloop. Grapie met haar gemaak.
Kos nie dan uitgepraat sonder om te baklei.
Ja.